From 41 Seaver Way, welcome to the home of the New York Mets. This is Citi Field. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the New York Mets. John Shelby with you alongside Chris Singleton. And Singy, there's been a lot to talk about already in this series as we head into Game 4.
Well, the number one thing to discuss is just how lopsided this series has been. You know, you get to this point of the season, Boog, and you expect both teams to be on pretty even ground, but it's not played out that way at all. And when a team takes care of business with such dominance and gets out to a 3-0 lead, I just can't see this series lasting much longer.
Yeah, that's usually the way it goes. But hey, coming back to win the series has been done before. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. And pitching in this game, Aaron Savali.
The opposing hitters are going to see a lot of cutters. This guy can throw it to the front side of the plate, the back side of the plate, so you're really not able to cheat to get the fat part of the bat on the baseball.
Freddie Freeman up to the
Leading
dish.
off for Los Angeles, first baseman Freddie Freeman.
Fastball for a strike. And we're underway here in Game 4. Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
That pitch just misses the inside corner, and it's 1-2. Lined, and that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Digging in, Hesung Kim. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0. Ball.
In the dirt. Next offering is in for a strike. Vientos. Off-balance feed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, and they got it.
You know, when you've got cooler temperatures like this, sometimes it's a little harder to get some offense going because hitters just don't want to feel the sting in their hands. They don't barrel it up. So being aggressive there, trying to get into scoring position by stealing a bag, I get it. Sometimes you just have to try to manufacture some runs, especially in temperatures like this.
And that one is inside.
1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Ball.
And downstairs, Mookie Betts up next for the Dodgers. Two out, space is empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Dodgers go down quietly. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. You're watching the National League Championship Series on the show. Back here in Queens, today's starting pitcher, Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Luis Garcia, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
I'm so glad Yamamoto made the move to Major League Baseball. He's one of the most decorated pitchers to come out of Japan and finished his Nippon professional baseball career in style.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Facing elimination and pitching in Game 6 of the Japan series, Yamamoto pitched a complete game with 14 strikeouts and broke the series strikeout record held by Yu Darvish. What a way to go out.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you drive back to the dugout.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Batting second, designated
Here's
hitter,
Jesse Winker.
Jesse Winker.
Late on that fastball.
No ball, 1 strike.
Yamamoto picks over Garcia. Back on a dive. Nobody out. Runner at first. Next offering is fouled back. And he deals. A swing and a soft liner. And foul ball. Misses inside. Now 1-2. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
And a swing and a miss. And one gone.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating, that's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
And now it's Juan Soto. Misses outside. And that is ball 1. Soto launched a homer in his most recent game. Man at first, 1 away. Next offering is downstairs.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
On the outside corner, and it's 2-2.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots.
Kim. Off balance feed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Here's Pete Alonso. And first offering is fouled off. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. Next offering is down low.
1-2.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3. Mets lead 1. We played an inning. No score. Fourth game of the NLCS. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Mookie Betts. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties.
Right through there for a strike.
They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Turns and fires to Betts. A chilly atmosphere here. Really what comes to mind when you think of postseason baseball. Fans doing whatever they can to stay warm and energized.
You talked about the fans trying to stay warm, Boog, but it's a challenge for the players, too. Games like this really can be hard on you.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. And Mookie takes.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Batting fifth, third
Next,
baseman.
Muncy at the dish. First pitch, and he just misses. Muncy, multi-time All-Star, 34-year-old vet, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2012. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-1. Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
2-1 now. And a swing and a miss.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Teoscar Hernandez at the plate now as he chases after that one. Foul ball. Two outs. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Jumps, throws, safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
So 2 down. Will Smith to the plate. There goes the runner. Strike in there. Throw to second, out there, and that ends the inning.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
Bottom half of inning number 2, and stepping in for New York, Francisco Lindor. Yamamoto back to work. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Well, Boog, here's a nugget on Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Well, he rarely travels without his tiny, fluffy dog, Mikan. Mikan is named after a famous mandarin orange from Japan, whose peel nearly matches the pup's fur color. I love that name.
Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Tap foul at the plate. Second inning here, no score.
Ball.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Got it. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout. Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Boog, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one out to right. And that is that. Nothing across here this half. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. We're tied 0-0. Well, here we go. Top of the 3rd, scoreless game. And up to the plate is Will Smith. On the ground. Vientos whips it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Batting 8th, right fielder, Michael Conforto.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
On the ground to first. And it gets by him.
Good two-strike hitting right there, but a bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Man at first with one gone. Here's the center fielder, James Outman. Check swing, didn't go. Ball one. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Way out front for strike two.
1 and 2 is the count.
And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Conforto at first, one gone. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So the batting order turns over. And here's Freddie Freeman. He's 1 for 1. Led off the game with a single. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. And that misses. And the count is 1 and 1.
1 and 1.
This one popped up. Alonso under it. And he makes the catch. And that is that. 1 left for LA. And we are still scoreless. Back here at Citi Field, here's Brandon Nimmo.
Left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Breaking ball in there for a strike.
0 and 1.
Just missed.
That's the ball.
Swings and misses. And a count 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Count.
That's down and in.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Yamamoto sends him packing.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Tyrone Taylor.
So up next, Tyrone Taylor. Just missed.
Ball.
One down, base is empty. Outside low, and it's 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Good looking fastball right there. Surprised he didn't take a rip at that. I think he got locked up a little bit.
And that one's a little bit low. They're now 3-1. Fair ball. The
first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things
Now
can get
that
away
is
from you
second
awfully quickly.
baseman, Luis Garcia.
Back to the top of the Mets order. And now it's Luis Garcia. Now move to first. Taylor dives back in safely.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
And that is in there for a strike. I believe that's the split. Next offering is in for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Ground ball right side. And that one finds its way through. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Well, with the left-hander at the plate, runner on first. There is a hole on the right side of the infield. And as a left-hander myself, this was easy money. Just hit the ball on the ground that way, got a good chance of a knock, and creating a first and third situation.
Runners in the corners here, one away. Now here is Jesse Winker. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Swing and a foul out of play. Ground ball right side, could be two. Off balance speed, there's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning.
Pitcher made the pitch, and his players made the play behind him. Nice job. 4-6-3 inning ending double play.
On to the fourth,
Leading
and
off
at the plate for the Dodgers,
second
Tae-Sung
baseman,
Kim.
Tae-Sung Kim.
Check swing, called strike.
You know, these Dodgers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches.
There's a swing and a drive. And that is gone. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Went down on strikes his first time through. That one misses. Ball one.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Just off the outside edge. Savali maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
And he walked him.
Take your base. Ball four.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Shortstop, Mookie
Here's
Betts.
Betts. Struck out swinging his first time.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Well, maybe that will end up getting him going.
Yeah, he really simplified there. Kept his shoulders square to the plate and wasn't trying to overswing. I think that's the key for him to have success through the rest of this series.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Struck out swinging his first time. And fouled off. Runner edges away at second. And it's fouled off. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
In the dirt. Runners hold tight. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And that one inside, and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Left fielder,
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Golden opportunity right here.
As a batter, he's known for performing better in these night games. He might start 2 for 2 in this one.
There's a strike.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something. But you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
The Dodgers threatening.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
And a swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Now batting.
The batter now will be Will Smith.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Just off the inside edge.
Looks like he was trying to get to the front door with that curveball. It's definitely a finesse pitch, but it backed up a little bit on him and stayed inside.
In for a strike, and a count even at 1. Action in the pen down there. David Peterson, the left-hander, up and throwing. Nunez, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Now a screamer into the outfield. And it stays fair. 1 run's in. The second run scores. Muncy on his horse around third. The throw's offline. He's safe. It's 4-0.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Aaron Savali won't go any further, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
the Mets with a new arm on the mound. Frankie Montas.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
1 out, runner at second. Michael Conforto steps to the plate for the Dodgers. In there, and it's 0-1. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Runner at second here, one gone. That one finds the corner. And the count 1-2.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Man at second. And a good eye there.
2-2.
That just misses, and the count's full.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And now the center fielder, James Outman. He's 0 for 1. And a slider in there for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Smith on at second with 2 down. That one missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball left side. And that's just foul. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Freddie Freeman waiting to bat for the Dodgers. Caught him looking for the K. But 4 score in the inning. 3 of them on this bases clearing double. It's now a 4-0 ball game. This is the National League Championship Series on the show. Bottom of the 4th, Juan Soto now. He's a guy who does it all with the lack of contact in today's game. This guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Swinging a foul straight back. And now 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Alonso, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
That missed by a lot. And the count is 1-2. Just misses with that one. One out, base is empty.
Ball. Count is full.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
2 down, bases empty. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And there's a fly ball deep right field. It's out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. He's up to 3 home runs in the series. And they're chipping away. It's 4-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. You saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden, they're back in this ballgame.
Base is empty with 2 away. And now it's Mark Vientos. That one's in there. Strike 1. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Ripped to short. Slings to first. That ends the inning. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Fourth game of the NLCS. Next to the dish is Freddie. Montas back to work. Freeman, 35 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP.
You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Two and 2.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Pitch misses. Ball 3. That one misses. So leadoff walk.
Up next for the
So a
Dodgers,
man at first. And stepping
Kim.
in is the speedy Ha-Seong Kim. He's already homered in this game. Fouled off. He was late. Freeman aboard here at first with nobody out. Hit on the ground, might be 2. There's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. And next is the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. He is struck out and he is walked. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Montasa moved to first.
No,
Kim
Speedy.
back in on a dive.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still 0-2. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie to hit. 1 for 2.
That's the ball.
In the dirt.
1-0.
Pickoff move to first.
No,
Kim
he's
back
in
on a
there.
dive. Fought off foul. Ball to strike. There's a strike to Mookie. That one
2-2.
almost got him. Two outs. Swing and a base hit. They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on
Now
with
batting,
2
third
outs.
baseman,
That's back-to-back
Max
singles for
Muncy.
him. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Here comes Max Muncy.
Yeah.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
0-1.
Rip to third. And that'll do it. 2 left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Mets 1. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Francisco Alvarez.
Gets the call, and it's 0-1.
Well, these Mets just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
The 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Outside low, and that's ball 1.
1-2.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Yamamoto sends her packing.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. And a foul ball.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Base is empty, 1 away here in Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. Way outside,
1-1.
and the count even 1-1. Next offering is outside.
2-1.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. This one looks like trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Showed some really nice patience in that at-bat. Worked himself into a good count. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
1 out. Runner at second. Taylor now at the plate. 1 for 1 with a single so far. First offering, and it just misses. One out and a runner at second. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
There's a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Lake trying it. Looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Garcia, the lefty, warming up as well. Nimmo over at second, 1 down. In there at the knees. And the count is even, 2-2. And that one missing low.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Now batting.
So the lineup flips over. And now it's going to be Luis Garcia. A walk, and he's also single. Not close with that one, and it's 1-0. Fastball for a strike. And that's it for a strike. And the count 1-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Headed for the plate. The throw in, but it's offline. He's safe.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Runner at first with 2 away. And next for the Mets, Jesse Winker. 0 for 2 in this one. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
It's 0-1.
The Dodgers leading by 2. Last half of inning number 5. That one misses. And that's ball 1. outside corner. There's a strike.
Backdoored him with
1
a
ball, 2
breaking
strikes.
ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 4-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now, Teoscar Hernandez. And he takes a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
On the ground to third, and it goes just foul. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And ball
That's the
one.
ball.
Pitch
2-2.
misses, and the count now even up. Fights it off. He'll see another.
We're always having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And that's outside. Got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Really good battle right there, and that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
Here's the catcher, Will Smith. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. One down, base is empty. There's a strike. Up the middle. Tosses to first, and they get the out on Smith.
Now batting, right fielder, Michael Conforto.
2 outs, base is empty. Michael Conforto steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Vientos makes the catch. And that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Mets 2. Lake Trinan on the pitch here.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score, and it's still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
3-4-5 due up for the home team. Juan Soto up now for the Mets.
Soto.
That catches the corner. Activity in the bullpen. Cruz up and loosening in the pen. Phillips getting cranked up as well.
That's inside. Ball.
Next pitch is outside. There's a strike. Got him looking. He's got to be frustrated with that call.
No, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The Dodgers trying to protect a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch is downstairs.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Stays alive. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm when you roll them out there to start a new inning, hold on to a small lead. Just such a stabilizing effect. And not only get the first 2 hitters, but to strike them out. That gives everyone on defense a big boost of confidence.
Here's Francisco Lindor. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch just misses. Two down, nobody on. Late swing, foul to the left. Inside, and a count 2-1. This one chopped to first, and foul ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Got him looking. And he strikes out the side here in the 6th. Nothing doing for the Mets. They trail it here 4-2.
Now pitching for
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Daniel Nunez.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
James Outman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's 0-for-2 with a pair of strikeouts. Outside low, ball 1.
1-0.
And another ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
There's a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 3-1. The other way. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. There's the strike.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Base is empty, one away, late here in game 4. Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2.
Slowly on the ground to short. Lindor on to first. And Freeman is retired.
Now batting, second baseman, Hassan Kim.
So 2 down now, and here is Hae-Sung Kim. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball 1.
No strikes.
And it's fouled away. Two outs. And there's a foul ball. And that just misses.
Whew, I thought he'd bite right there.
Two down, nobody on. Here in game 4 of the National League Championship Series. Inside and it hit him.
Take your base.
Shohei Ohtani getting ready to hit.
Shohei Ohtani.
He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Just missed.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
In for a strike. And now it's even 1-1. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Safe at second with a stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Man on second, 2 down. Struck him out looking. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Mets 2.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brusdar Graterol.
Brusdar Graterol.
Mark Vientos up now for the Mets.
Third baseman, Mark Vientos.
And a strike on the outside edge. Next offering is down low. 1-1. Out towards right center field. Outman sizing this one up. And there's one down.
Now batting, the catcher, Francisco.
And here's the catcher,
Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
The 0-1. Fouled off down the right side.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
That's that classic
Now
wipeout slider
left
below the
fielder,
zone right there. Just
Brandon
nasty. Looks like a
Nimmo.
fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. In the air, right field. Conforto on his way over. And the inning is over. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jose Butto.
Now pitching for the New York Mets, number 70, Jose Butto.
Here's Mookie
Leading off
Betts.
for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie Betts.
And the slider just misses. Action in the Mets bullpen. A.J. Minter, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Next offering is downstairs.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Ripped on a line. Makes the grab, 1 down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had
Now
to be.
batting,
If he was going to
third
cover all
baseman,
that ground and bring in
Muncy.
that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
And now it's Max Muncy. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Butto, 26 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. And it's 1-1.
1-1.
And that drops in for a strike. That one in the dirt. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that skips in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Well, that's a really good job
Left
setting him up
fielder,
right there.
Teoscar
Pitcher and catcher
Hernandez.
working together to finish him off with the fastball. And even though the location probably wasn't what he wanted, the sequence is what got the job done. Clearly late with the swing after seeing the off-speed stuff on the pitch before.
Hernandez stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Foul ball there. Here's a 1-1. The other way, and he beats the shift, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, catcher, Will Smith.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Will Smith. Splits the plate. 0-1. Just missed.
That's the ball.
And there's a ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
2-2.
Hernandez off of first with 2 away. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That's out number 3. 1 hit, 1 left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Mets 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th.
Now
Evan
pitching for
Phillips.
Los Angeles, number 59, Evan Phillips.
Tyrone Taylor
Leading
digs in
on
now.
for the Mets,
Singing, you
center
got to
fielder,
appreciate a guy who's this good
Tyrone
defensively.
Taylor.
I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And that's a strike. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart. There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid.
That's when you always want as a pitcher, down at the knees, and it looks to me like he's barking, that's a strike. Doesn't change the call, but sometimes it helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
Swing, and he breaks his bat. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Now batting, second baseman, Luis Garcia.
Here's the Mets leadoff man, Luis Garcia. Pitch is in there. It's 0-1. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. The Dodgers up by 2 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fastball, and he gets out of the way. One down, base is empty. That one almost got him. battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
And here is Jesse Winker. And that's in there at the knees. Tying run at the plate. Not even close there. And that's ball one. The tying run at the plate. And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straightened him up a little bit.
And a swing and a miss. The hat trick. And there's 2 away.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Evan Phillips out of the game. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Tanner Scott.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Here's Juan Soto. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Check swing, called strike. And the 0-1. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. To the right side, Kim. Throws to first. They get the out on Soto. And that is the inning. Excellent work out of the Dodgers bullpen there. We're through 8 full here in Game 4. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Mets 2. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, A.J. Minter.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with a lefty hitter coming up. I think that's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Michael Conforto will climb in. 1 for 3.
Michael Conforto.
Out towards left center. Taylor makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
So digging in, James Outman. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Movement in the bullpen. David Peterson appears to be getting loose. Cabrera warming up as well. Base is empty, 1 away. Late here in Game 4. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Next pitch is in the dirt. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Freeman, the next to hit, takes ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. Clips the outside corner. 1-2. Two down, nobody on. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 1-2. And a base hit right there. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, second baseman.
And up next for Los Angeles, Ha-Seong Kim. And a swing and a miss there.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Just missed.
1-1. Two and 1.
Squirts away a little bit. Right down to shoot, and now 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So 1 hit is all they get. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Mets 2. And we're back. Bottom 9, and now the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
And a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Nobody out. Lindor has a chance to tie it. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. With the tying run at the plate here in the last half of inning number 9. And that's in the dirt.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Mark Vientos in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Tying run at the plate.
Well, in this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
And the tying run is on base.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
Looks like we've got a substitution at first. On to pinch run, Jose Siri.
Number 19.
First and second, no outs. So up next for New York, Mark Vientos. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
Well, if he gets the save here, he's going to have earned it. Just getting through this hitter is going to be a challenge enough.
Next offering, popped in the air, right field. And there's one down.
Now batting, catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
He's 2 outs away. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Off the mark there. 1-0.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
The lefty to 1-0. And that is out of play. Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the 9th. Check swing. Did he go? No.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. A swing and a deep fly ball. Get up, get up, get out of here, and go! He'll take a trot around the bases. And the Mets are headed to the World Series.
Congratulations to the National League champions. This team clearly excited, and they deserve every bit of this moment. Enjoy it now, but get yourselves ready for the biggest series of your lives.
For my partner Chris Singleton and our great crew, thanks for watching the National League Championship Series on MLB The Show.